Done.
One more.
1 minute and 20 seconds.
G'day guys, and welcome to this week's episode of Simply Fit and my review of this Ffittech adjustable Olympic bench press. So like all my other equipment I've got, this is the brand Ffittech, which is from Portugal. This is their adjustable Olympic bench press, which is their model number FF610. So this bench retails for $1,599. I get all my gym equipment through Intersport in Mildura, which is my local sports shop. They import it for me. They come, they install it, they maintain it if I need them to maintain it, and everything's done for me. So it's just fantastic. So I've had this bench in use for around about 15, 16 months now since I opened the gym up fully. It gets used multiple times per day. So I use this bench as a flat bench, as a decline, as an incline, as a shoulder press. So you can see all these J-cup or the bar holders, as you call them, are in different angles. So starting off with this bench, it has copped a beating. There is no issues with it whatsoever in terms of quality. It's super solid like everything else Ffittech. It's really built to last. I was a bit weary because it's only connected at the bottom here. There's nothing at the top, and this is quite high, so I think it's unstable, but it's actually really stable. I do all my heavy pressing off this. So basically what I use it for with the clients is as a flat bench mainly, and then in the rack and then the shoulder press, I've got the separate shoulder press which looks like this, and I do all the other movements. But as you can see, I'll put a couple of screenshots in. The UMHW lined J-cups or holders here are really, really solid. This one in particular that the bar's on now is the one that gets used all the time. And I've got some very aggressively knurled bars, and it still looks quite good. There's a little bit of the UMHW being eaten away around where the bar hits into it. When you've done your bench and you hit the bar into it, it's bugger all considering it gets used. I'm going to say on average this bench is in use probably four times per day, 6-7 days a week. And you're talking about sets, 10, 12 sets a day on it, probably a bit more. And it's awesome, looks brand new. So starting with the dimensions, it's 200 centimeters high, 180 centimeters wide, and 180 centimeters long. So what that means is you need around about 2 meters square floor space for it. So I've got in sort of a 2 meter square section of the gym here. It is quite compact when the bench is slid into it, but you can slide the bench right out, which telescopes it out to 2 meters. So you do need around just over 2 meters, including your feet. So moving down the bench, it's got the two Olympic size plate holders on the side. They're plastic lined, but they're really solid. I don't really have heavy plates that I store on this machine. I store my heavy plates behind me on the wall holders and on this shoulder press, which is the same as this, but a shoulder press, and they're really solid. So I've got on the shoulder press one 40, 50, 60 kilos of weight on one side of it, and it's fine. They're really good. You've got the checker plating flooring or spotting platform, which is really, really good to spot with. I'm spotting the clients all day, they're spotting me. If it's just really, really solid to stand on. Once you stand on this machine, you're actually weighting it down with your body weight, it becomes more stable again. The only issue is if you dribble on somebody while you're spotting them, but that can happen on any machine really. So it's happened a couple of times, it's hilarious. So then you've got the rubber footing. It's all the Ffittech's equipment is the same style footing. It's an oval shape. It's 14 centimeters in length, and it's got quite a wide footprint. So it does sit hard on the ground. You have got spots where you can dynabolt it to the ground, but I don't bother. To adjust the bench, it telescopes on this stainless steel shaft down the bottom here. So all I do to maintain that is a bit of CRC spray and spray it onto the shaft to keep it lubricated slightly. And it's got this locking pin. What you're supposed to do is you unlock it. As it slides, it'll lock into the next hole, or you can unlock it fully, slide it, lock it into the hole, and then you lock it back up so the bench can't slide. I don't really use that function because we use it mostly as a flat bench. It weighs itself down. You're not sliding the bench backwards and forwards. When I do use this function is for incline, like a high incline or a shoulder press. If it's a low incline, you don't need to lock it in. If it's a higher incline, it's probably best to lock it in because you can get a bit of movement. The only movement you'll get is if you're arching your back and pushing into the pad hard, it'll slide a bit. So that works really well. The locking mechanism is awesome, but I just don't implement it. Then the back pad here is its usual really high quality nylon, white nylon stitching on the vinyl, textured vinyl padding. It's really hard and wide. It's wide, but then it gets narrow where your lats are, so you can get the scapular retraction when you're doing bench, which is awesome. If you're into training, if you can retract your scapula properly, you're going to bench better and become a more efficient bencher. This incorporates that. It's really long. Your headrest is a headrest. Your head's not going to hang over the edge. And then you're moving forward. The bum rest here is fully adjustable as well. So the backing pad adjusts from flat to 10 degrees decline and then to 60 degrees incline. So it's quite a good range of decline, flat, incline. I don't use it as much for a decline because I do have the decline bench from Ffittech, which I'll use in the Smith machine, but it can be used as that. And the bum pad here, same thing. It can be adjusted in 4 different angles to incorporate when you're on inclines. The issue I've had with this bench, the one issue, is down here, there's a handle. Some people put their feet on that when they're benching, or put their feet under it and try to hook them under it just because that's their way of training. At the back of this handle is just like a little rod with a thread on it, and then there's like a plastic cap that you screw on, with a little bolt inside of it. That's really shit quality, and the plastic cap would generally pull off that nut, and then the whole thing would fall off. So I got sick of taking it inside. I was super gluing it. I was gorilla gluing the little nut inside that cap again. And it was just annoying, so I've just taken it out. I've just put a lock nut on the inside of this, and now it's solid as. It doesn't move. You use that to adjust the bench mainly. You grab it as a handle, so it's really good. That's the issue with it. So if you do get this bench, I would suggest replacing that stupid hand tightening little crappy round thing with a lock nut, because you're not going to take it off, and it makes it much more solid, and people can stand on it and trip over. It's not going to break and come loose again. Other than that, there's no issues with this bench. I can't rave highly enough about Ffittech. I'm going to go through the rest of the gym, obviously slowly with you guys, but $1,500 or $1,600, what do? You can spend $400 and get a cheap quality one and have to replace it after a couple of years, or you can spend a good, decent amount of money and get something that will last a lifetime. The other thing is these J cups here are all interchangeable. So once this one here does wear down, I can just pull off the Allen key bolts and replace it with the one above it here. So they are metal lined, but then this is the UMHW plastic covering, which you can just interchange, and I'm sure you better buy spare parts. But yeah, it's awesome, guys. I'm going to do an update on the off season from the comps and season A in 2023, what the plan is for the team. But I thought I'd just do this quick video to show you guys a bit about this bench and get those equipment reviews rolling again. Leave a comment, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you want to watch. I've got heaps of ideas, and it's just a matter of the time coming out here to do it. And bit windy today, and I thought I'm going to train chest, and why not do a video on the bench press we're going to train on. But until next time, guys, keep flexing.